Oh, Tom, head. Yes!
Right, so we're stuck in traffic. We're going to do science today. We've got a scientific experiment, and it's going to be going to a place that beat me up the other day, and it was horrible. So I'm going to get my revenge on the place. But I'm a bit of a drop shotter. I like to use bigger baits on drop shot and just fish it like with a jig. So what Andy and I are going to do today, we're going to head out to... It's no secret. And Andy's going to use paddle tails. I'm going to use the flukes, split tails. And we're going to find out what's better.
What Tom Moir doesn't really realise is that I'm going to kick his ass.
So the science behind it is we're going to go to a place where we might get one fish and say which is better.
It's just a fact of life.
There's the science.
Chosen by science.
Yeah, I'm going to use Wolf Creek shads, 8.5 centimetres and 11 centimetres. I'm not sure what size yet.
And we should all follow the science. We know we should follow the science. And that's about it. So Andy's going to be casting out some of his Wolf Creek paddle tails, which I've just seen. I'm a little bit nervous because they're bloody awesome.
I'm going to use them on an exposed jig hook, which is dangerous down here because I could lose lots of gear. I'm also going to nick Tom's drop shot stuff as well, because I left mine in my perch bag, which is in my van.
Andy is going to scrounge the terminal tackle, so even if he does win, I've won. I'm
going to drop shot the 8.5 centimetre Wolf Creek. That should work. And then if he starts catching, I'm going to nick some of his flukes as well, because I'm not proud. I'm not going to tell him, but if he starts beating me, I'm nicking his lures because they're hot, and I need to win, and I'm going to win at any cost.
And I'm going to be using my go-to one-trick pony, which is what I've become, June bug on a drop shot.
Yeah, we're going to go V-tail versus Paddletail to start off with, but if the V-tail starts to win, I'm digging deep in Tom's box. Ooh.
May the force be with you, Paddle.
So the jig hooks I'm using today are 5/0, 10 gram. That should be just about right. If it's running through a bit harder, I might struggle a bit, but I want to keep the jig head as light as possible to keep it out of basically the shit on the bottom. This place has got a lot of debris on the bottom, and with the exposed hook, I'm really running the risk of snagging up. So what I'm going to try and do is keep the jig running as close to the bottom, but not actually touching the bottom. I've also learned that Zander sometimes, particularly on pressured waters, which this one is, they don't like the jig head actually touching the bottom. They've kind of learned that if the jig head hits the bottom, it's danger. So you need a bit of skill, light braid, just to keep that whole thing just off the bottom and trickle it back. So that's my approach with the jig heads.
Tackle today is going to be wacky hooks. I like wacky hooks for drop shot because they got a lovely wide gape. And it's going to be fluorocarbon leaders, and because the venue's quite deep and can push through and a bit snaggy, we're going to be tying on Aussie bombs, which is not drop shot weights, because I've probably changed, I've lost more drop shot weights than I have changed the depth. So that's what we're going to go for. That's how it's going to be if we get there. And yeah, so sit back, enjoy. Watch us get cold. In fact, according to Samuel, we are at a balmy 4.5 degrees.
Right, we've arrived and the water's absolutely tanking through, but I quite like it like this. So I think in cold water, it makes the fish either do one or two things. It makes them look for food and be opportunists as it's coming past, because they're having to use a bit of energy to stay in the current, or they go right into slacks out of the way behind the boat so we won't catch anything. I'm feeling very confident. It's been really cold water coming through for the last couple of weeks, so at some point the fish need to turn on, so hopefully as it's getting dark we can catch one or two. It's going to be quite tricky. I'm not expecting many fish. If I get one, I'll be happy. If I beat Moir, I'll be happy. Now I expect to thrash him. I haven't told him this yet, but I think we should have forfeits, so I might drop that in if I'm winning. So what you'll see is Tom will charge ahead of me. He's ultra keen. He's like a school child in a candy shop, shall we say. He's ultra keen. I'll just be taking my time. I've got to tie a drop shot rig yet. I haven't even done that yet. I've got to steal some of his gear, so it might take me half hour to set up. It might be pitch black before I even get fishing, but it doesn't matter. Still going to be him. Just need to catch one. One little vampire is all I need to do. Be very interesting with the live scope to see what's where. Oh,
What'd you get?
I got a prize.
Dave Kelvick special.
Wow, that's 1-0. Look at that. I've caught something already. It was a hell of a fight.
What's it on? £10 one, eh?
There is actually a trace there, but it's not a very big one. Look at that. What a mess. Now I'm wishing I kept this bigger shad on.
Yeah.
You need to stay there for 1 minute, mate, because I need the net.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is it.
That's the cast.
That's the cast.
That is the one.
Ooh, what was that?
Found it.
Ooh, what was that?
Found it.
Ooh, what was that?
Found it.
What was that ting? Did you hit something?
Found it. You know the big train thing?
Have you been a noddy? Core, this reel is so cold. Yeah. I heard the twang. It was a great twang. Well, I've changed my mind again. I've gone back to the 11cm Wolf Creeks, put something on a bit bigger. We talked to an old guy who was maggot drowning. He had several skimmers, so I'm trying to match the hatch, but it's nowhere near big enough, but we'll give it a go. And I think this is the one that's going to be the Moir Slayer. It's 0-0, but I've just letting him, you know, get a head start, but he's not taking advantage of my generosity, so now we're going to start trying.
Any good?
No, I didn't quite anything. It's kind of like
Off the perch or?
anything that moves, really. So if you get in there, I'll try and catch you if you want. Anything, anything's got a pulse. No, we just come out for a few hours. We spent the last 2 hours in the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that Dick Henry.
We're on our way back to the car.
You have to perch, aren't you?
No, Xander, we're trying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, it's too cold, really. Yeah, so just going through the motions.
Nothing to tell them.
No, that water must be just above freezing, though, mustn't it? All the cold water
Yeah.
out here. And look. Yeah. So we're having more of a social, which is nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did enjoy my 2 pints of Guinness. I should have had a third, really, just to stop the cold. There we go.
Oh well, I
Yeah.
wish you luck.
Thank you very
You'll
much.
get one now.
Oh, I have. See,
You got a net ready?
yeah, on the drop. That guy, he did say.
See, that's watching and learning from me, that is.
That was on the drop.
How's it feel?
Yeah, not but this flow, you can't tell. Unless I fell up to bream.
Nah, snag that.
It's a snag that's pulling back, mate.
It's a movie snag.
Yeah.
I think you got a nice pike on there.
It's a,
Nice, man.
I hate this reel.
Oh, is this your non-back winding one?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Be a massive pike, man. Prove you wrong.
yeah, it's feeling quite,
Oh, that's a pike.
I don't know.
Look like a pike.
yeah, it looked pike-ish. Wrong species, mate.
Hooked in the belly as well.
No. Took it on the drop.
As long as you get downstream.
Yeah, please. Before it goes behind the rudder. Unless it's a very big zander. Can you see it? It's a pike. They love me.
They do.
What was it, a double?
Yeah.
No. It's a shame it's not a Z.
Okay,
go slack.
I need a gilly that can net the fish. He did that on purpose.
He's trying to bump that off.
He did. I saw that. He tried to knock it off, so come on, gilly. No? Yes?
No.
No?
Oh my god.
That's twice he's trying to bump that off.
Where's it gone now?
It's up here.
How's it there?
Because you missed it. We need a bigger net.
That's what they say.
Is it in? Oh.
Oh my god.
3 times.
What the fuck?
To get a fish which is far too big.
But get his head in. Oh, Tom, head. Yes!
Good job.
There we go. So, in the dark.
The art of the perch net.
That was a good old thump on the drop. Let's be totally honest, I made a mistake. I should have used the thin wire trace when using that 11cm Wolf Creek bait. Why didn't I? Well, to be honest with you, in that coloured water and in that venue, I never thought I'd catch a pike, particularly at night. It was just zander, zander, zander. I got away with it, but that's not the point. If I ever go back, and if I'm ever going to use that bait or that type of bait down there, I'm going to have to use a wire trace, and that's what I should have done. So, hands up, made a mistake, got away with it, but you've got to live and learn. Always use a wire trace when you know there's a chance that you are going to hook into a pike. Right, there we go. So, that's 1-0.
It's a pike, it don't count.
Nah, it's not very big, it's about 10-12 pounds, but if that was a zander, that would have been lovely, wouldn't it?
Lovely.
But,
lovely pike.
Lovely pike, great fight in that flow, and just as that guy was talking to me, I probably got it on a GoPro, so that guy was talking to me, I don't think he was drunk from one of the local pubs, but I don't think he was alright. It hit straight away. I don't think he even realised that I had a hit when he was talking to me. Let's get her back, we'll do it in the net, and Tom, that's 1-0.
Yeah, alright. Right, mate. There you go. You got it?
Yeah, and we've even got a cameraman. Let me get a light. Oh, that's so what we'll do, we'll try and turn around a little bit, get her head into the flow. That's a lot of flow down there, but she's going to go straight away. Right. There she goes, turn around. Perfect. Beauty! 1-0 to Golden Balls. That was a fluke. But we won't tell the camera.
Don't tell the camera.
So behind me, a desperate Tom Moir is still fishing. He's waving to the camera, but it's so dark. It's bloody freezing. I am so cold. And I'm claiming a 1-0 victory. Come on! Wrong species, but we take what we can get on cold nights like this. So he's having the last few casts. I'm packing my stuff away while I can still feel it in my fingertips. And we're going to call it a night. It's been great fun. But we're going to come back next week and do it all again because one of us has got to catch a zander and these buggers have been elusive.
It's been emotional. A good gilly never lets his guests go away unhappy.
Hey, a good gilly would net the fish first time, not miss it 3 times. Try and knock it off. Look, we look blue. We look blue because it's that cold.
It is that cold.
My hand is frozen to the frame of the camera. With that cold, I'm going to get naked and stick my toes under Tom's armpits on the way home. But that's a FENLAND tradition.
Man, I've got to catch a fish.
Right, no, we're talking bullshit now.